you got all dressed up for me.
Huh?
You got all dressed up in a nice shirt, and I'm like hot in a tank top. I just washed my hair to see if that would
Yeah.
cool off. It's terrible.
Contrast is important.
But we at least we're wearing the right tones. Like we're both like tones of gray. It's good.
Yeah, yeah. Sort of a blue gray, kind
Yeah.
of with a party shirt, you know.
Oh man. Meow 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 meow.
Pretty funny, huh?
I'm rethinking the movie Escape from New York and thinking I might want to make my own version. Like, this place is not maybe the place to be right now or ever moving forward.
Well, I don't think DC is an option.
Definitely not. Like, the Vermont, maybe. Is there anywhere to go?
No, not really.
No, I mean,
Yeah, it's what do they say? An attempt to prolong the agony.
okay.
Yeah, it's not an attempt to avoid it, right?
No, no, clearly they like something likes to keep this species really jacked up.
Yeah, yeah. No, we've been talking about dopamine, but really, cortisol is what they're after, right?
Yeah, I guess the
Stress,
dopamine leads to
stress hormone.
cortisol. Right, right, right. Like when you're addicted to dopamine and then that self-control aspect of yourself has been given away
Yeah,
are the words that are coming. It's
yeah.
very hard to then control the cortisol. Like I know I've done a pretty good job, I think, at reducing my spikes, but I wouldn't even know. I mean, again, if you don't realize you're an addict, how do you get somebody off the juice?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to, as maybe we should be recording this. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Um,
Um,
I was just thinking about a 15-minute thing on AI, and I'm wondering whether with all the craziness, we should do like a midweek, uh-oh, bombs away, Iran, now what? Like it happened, just like you
yeah.
talked about, It's like and what, how to navigate this, like how, I had a question before, basically kind of, I don't know, let's just roll.
You represent the current state of being with all the confusion and everything.
Right. Well, maybe that's not good. I don't like how that makes my ego's not into that look, really.
Yeah. Be tough. Be tough, girl.
Yeah, because if you don't control your life, it'll kick you off, like you said, right? I mean, it's looking for ways to kick you off every freaking day. So you have to
Yeah.
figure out how to grip or get
Well,
a grip.
you just have to find a merry-go-round that you can ride.
Right, which means you need to create your own merry-go-round and your own movie within the context of the movie that's going on all around you.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Hello.
How you doing there, Randy?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, it's the world went to a lot of effort and money and time to present current reality, and I just want to thank them for keeping us entertained in this way.
You know what I want to do? Because remember how you said how to stop the show? Well, here you go. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
you, I love
yeah.
you, I love you.
Yeah, well, one good kiss destroys the narrative. You know, I was thinking about that like
Oh,
some of the action movies they put out and stuff, and it's like if you destroy the narrative, a kiss totally goes against guns and bomb blast and things like that. And it's reflective of like television when they came in and said you can't show any women's body parts, right? And so what's that thing on the movies? There's a rating agency.
Ratings. Right, right, right. And now it used to be R, like G, PG,
Right.
R, and then X. There were only four when I was little. Now,
Yeah.
AC, N, L,
Yeah.
V, um, I for insane.
Yeah. So you look at that and you go, well, what would make a movie be kicked over to X? And it wasn't a body count, right? It was, any type of reference to people being lovey kissy dovey.
I could show my ankles. How's that? You like that?
Yeah.
In my
Oh, man.
nice, like
Yeah.
my army shorts. I dressed up for you guys.
Yeah. I just forgot all about war about 30 seconds ago.
Well, see, there you go. It's so easy. Pay me money. I'll get naked. We can
Yeah.
all forget about the bombs away.
I might forget about a whole bunch of stuff at that point.
Yeah, well, certain people might not like that or me after I do that. Mhm. Okay.
And the thing that gets me is that if you were to show certain body parts, you would offend the ethical framework, the moral framework, and religious framework of this planet. But
Okay.
if you want to drop a bunch of bombs and kill a bunch of people, that's no problem. We'll put it on TV.
Right, because pornography is worse than that.
Yes, that's exactly right. Ethical, moral, and religious, right, programming requires that we deny all humanness of humanity. How's
Who
that for?
started that? Who wrote the rule?
Oh, I don't know. It just shocks me that people go along with it, you know,
Well, I mean, this is not news. I'll
all
say
of them,
it again. My grandfather, God rest his soul, I never met you. My mother said he would have loved me. It would have been a love affair of appropriate
right?
proportion. But he said, he came to America and said, God, this place you can sell shit for perfume and nobody knows the difference. This is in 1918, he's saying stuff like this.
Yeah, yeah. The the fallacy is that people think there's been some sort of evolution in consciousness, and you know, you have you have all these people. Oh my God, I've achieved enlightenment and higher consciousness, and and then you look around you, and maybe you're not going to support that ideal to any great extent, right? In other words, it's just a thing you're holding in your head, and thoughts don't reach very far.
Well, hmm. I guess it depends who's thinking them and how much they know about thoughts and quantum reality, right? Though, is that a weird thing to say?
No, it's just that the reality of your consciousness only extends 3 or 4 feet. Beyond that, you have
That's
to
your
be,
energy field. It's the same thing
yeah,
you call the energy.
exactly. Well, most people it's smaller, but the idea that you would be projective of any thought that would influence other people to the point that they would, let's say, agree with you requires them to have a small energy field or it to be a very high thought. So,
Okay. If the species had not been put in a position to be jacked up all the time in the self-interest of they, what would it look like out there? Like,
um,
if we had been left alone to just like have all of our sensory uh God-given whatever intact. Like if somebody hadn't been scared of what we could do should we hit our highest potential as a species. Like I think clearly we haven't hit it yet.
Well, I think the Hunger Games was probably the best idea. Now, after they had divided up and impoverished the whole freaking planet or whatever area they were in, I was thinking today that I need to create the let's see, what do you call it? World domination games. How's that?
Only if you're in charge, because if you
Yeah.
dominate the world, then at least the energy will get shook
Oh
out.
no, no, this is good. See, we'd need three competitions, okay? And the only people that can compete is world leaders, okay? What they call world leaders. There's no world leader. There's only leaders of your individual little group or whatever, whether you call it Russia or USA or Iran or whatever. Now, look at this. The first one is like, imagine Trump and the Ayatollah with paint guns. That's the first one, right? And then the second one is mixed martial arts. And the third one is Knives at Dawn. Now, this is my creative effort, and anybody wants to make a film about it. But here's the thing.
I
If
can
you
do Taekwondo.
survive,
I'm almost a black belt. I got some moves.
yeah,
It's for
yeah.
number two. I'm down for number two.
But if you survive, you get to be declared king of the world. But remember, there's already a king, and his name's Putin, right? He has skills at war, at battle, and at persuasion. See,
Who takes the poo out of Putin?
yeah,
That's going to
yeah.
be my new song.
So I have a gold crown, and I'll give $1 million of my fortune to whoever the winner is. How's that?
That's okay.
And
But your crown, what?
nobody else is allowed to fight. It has to be between leaders.
Okay. And if Big T gets taken out, can I have his doomsday plane?
Yeah, sure,
I
sure.
want it.
Yeah.
Then we can fly around and do the zero files from up there, while down there it just does whatever the hell it needs to do to get it out of its system. Because I
I,
just don't
I,
want to participate.
yeah. I just find it fascinating that people are shocked or surprised that the people on this planet want to have a war every day, week, month, year, whatever.
But it's
And
not the people, I don't think, who want to have the war. It's the people who are dragged through this ideological nonsense being created by our leaders.
yeah, sins of omission and sins of commission. Which way are you going to go?
I don't know, but how do you expect the population of the world to behave any differently if at the top they're behaving like 3-year-olds?
I think we need a good rom-com movie. because because this is the stupidest show. I've seen it 100 times, you
I'll
know.
be saying that about our show soon.
Yeah, but people don't. Uh, if you're participating, you're what do they call? You're part of the problem, right?
Exactly, you're complicit.
Yeah. So if
You're
you're,
complicit in your own destruction.
yeah, yes, yes,
Literally self-destruction by participating. Like, and people don't understand that self-care equates to turn off, not our show, the other
yeah,
TV.
yeah, yeah. It's like, why would you spend time on it, right?
Because
And
they don't know any difference, because they like to have cortisol, like we were talking right before, and then I said we should be recording this, so I'll just repeat what we said or what you said.
yeah,
You said that I kept talking about, or we were talking about dopamine and being addicted to dopamine when cortisol is really the one that they want you addicted
yeah.
to.
Well, let's look at what the function of
Yeah, and cortisol. No.
dopamine is. You have to have cortisol. You have to be thoroughly fearful, right? And you have to engage where you're developing all this stuff that attacks at the belly area. And then, as a remedy, we go get some dopamine. In other words, we scroll through to try to find some bright light,
Well,
some
that's what
hope.
people use the Instaverse for that. They doom scroll to find some light in the doom. Like, I don't get that. That's just nuts.
Well, it's hope. That's all.
False hope
And,
on a
well,
screen.
just hope. And then what gets me is the equation cancels out, and now all of a sudden they're happy and then go back to mowing the lawn. How's that?
Right, until the mower breaks and they're back on the Insta scrolling. Like, they'd rather scroll than screw. Maybe not that kind of screw.
So I've
Fix the
been
lawnmower is what I meant. Stop it, you
not
guys.
yeah, don't go there, right?
Please.
Otherwise, we have to start a new movie.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
again.
one things I've been looking is let's say the emotional impact, turmoil, whatever you're creating by the creative team that is bringing you war this week and the LA riots last week. See, people don't remember. And before that, Ukraine and what the hell happened to Ukraine? What happened to LA riots? Okay. It's like we got a better show. And the emotional impact this week, of course, was a 10. Now, before, we were only at a 4 on all these other ones. And then what I'm looking at is like, golly, you just up-tempoed everything and it's more intense, but people can't handle high intensity. In fact, I think there was a movie called High Intensity.
I'm sure there was, and if there wasn't, there will be.
So they'll back off a little bit for this week. I don't think have too much to worry about. Continuation of the news. But then next week, they may hit a 13 or 14. They may decide to whack everybody with a domestic violence, we'll call it. And then that'll really jack people up.
Well, what does that look like? Dirty bombs poisoning our
Yeah,
water?
something.
What?
But then you'll need like a Super Bowl or a rom-com, like I say, to kind of calm everybody back down before you jack them up again, you know? It's all very
Not
entertaining.
realize that they're being used. I don't understand. Like, if somebody who's not, maybe it's because I haven't been formally educated, destroyed, that I see through this stuff. It doesn't make me special, but like, I can't believe the depth of the sleepy sleepies. Like, I watched. Sorry, I did a documentary on like the eugenics project and how they used to take people who they thought were imbeciles who couldn't function intellectually, but they're not looking at the quality of the person or their heart space or their EQ because maybe the people that they neutral neutered
Yeah.
would have procreated people who know how to love each other. Like this is
And it doesn't fit science, all right? You can throw out anything that doesn't fit science right now.
science doesn't fit coherence. How's that?
Well, that's probably scientific blasphemy is what I think they would probably create for them.
Oh, now I'm gonna go to science hell. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, there goes
Yeah,
the
I
oh,
wonder, I
oh.
wonder what that looks like, and I wonder if AI is in charge of that particular place.
You know what? I think sentient AI has been in charge of telling the government what to do for decades, and they don't want to cough that up. I think they've partnered with that a long time ago, and I'm wondering if that's not what the hell's going on.
Well, if logic and reason and ration are the parameters for, let's say, a high-level computer, obviously they left out those three things in the current programming.
Well, that's because a human programmed it. Probably because,
Yeah. So,
what if Elon Musk were actually a sentient AI model, not even human? Like, what if,
that the thing that might give credence to that is the fact that he's had several wives and a dozen children. In other words,
he
he's
keeps
not.
replicating? It's not
Yeah,
even giving birth. It's
he,
replication.
he,
There's a difference. The vocabulary even has a different feeling to it.
right.
Replicate, give birth. What feels better, guys? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, giving birth doesn't feel good, really. I've done it 3 times, I can tell
Well,
you. But
it's definitely an anti-scientific approach to everything going on. To enjoy oneself to that degree with that many children and that many wives.
I don't understand. I wouldn't be able to do it. I've often said that I feel like I need a wife because I'm so busy. I don't have time.
Yeah, everybody needs one. Yeah, it's just that you know. if you look at the megalomanias that are running the world right now, it's like, why can't they go back to having harems, of like 400 or 500 women? I mean, wouldn't that be better than building bombs?
I don't know. Ask a sheikh.
That'd
They'll
be,
know. They'll tell you that they still do that over there, don't they?
wouldn't you be a better time had by all,
I don't know. When Sophia starts replicating,
Yeah,
is right.
replicants.
Replicants. There was a movie about that, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Replicants. Was that
Blade,
V?
Blade Runner was about
Oh,
replicants.
Blade. That was Blade Runner, right? I was
Yeah,
thinking V. I don't know why. It's all the same movie, really, with
yeah,
different verses of the same song.
yeah.
Personally, I've been enjoying Murderbot.
I haven't
And
seen
you,
that.
oh my God, it's a sentient security unit who's gone rogue and is addicted to galactic soap operas and keeps getting annoyed when the people he's supposed to protect interrupt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes more sense than what's going on in any of the governments. Like what?
they're working on all that. It's
What does that mean? Are working on all what?
well, everybody's paying attention to now, and they don't lift their head up high enough to look down the road a little bit. I mean, bomb Iran was what they call it, preconditioning. Uh, what's the
It's
word?
like trauma training. I mean, we're all under
Yeah,
some weird MK Ultra trauma
yeah.
training so that when
Yeah.
we snap out of it, they'll have us all remote view something traumatically. I don't, what are they doing?
It's predictive programming. That's all you get out there. The problem is they don't give you enough chapters ahead that you can kind of like prepare yourself. This is the worst novel in the world, by the way, right? I'll give it a bad review. The whole route, yeah. Huh? I mean, the whole routine of the Middle East right now is like, what did you expect?
Well, I had a conversation with the man to whom I'm still legally married, and he went off. I
Yeah.
mean, he was in the legal field and he had a very big Iranian clientele at one time, you know. Um, and Iranian mothers remember what happened to their children, and the Iranian, like the Khomeini, like the Ayatollah, they don't care about human life. He just cares about his regime and feeling powerful. Like, so they just,
Yeah.
their
But
own
you
people,
know, this,
crazy. So
the thing,
nobody's gonna go, feel sorry for the Ayatollah.
right? And the
Nobody
thing,
wants them.
they what?
Nobody wants that or them. Not innocent children. I mean, you know, war is hell.
Yeah,
Maybe we
no,
can stop
that's
it.
what my uncle said. What the thing gets me is like, if all this is Marshall McLuhan, the media is the message. What's the message with all this? We're just as freaking stupid as we've been for the last 2,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000. Nothing's really changed. And then where you get off thinking that it has, and now you're like able to lead a peaceful existence.
I don't know. And then getting indignant. Like that's the word I was looking for before. People get indignant that how dare they this and how like what are you doing to participate? You keep turning the
Well,
TV on and arguing. You're just
uh,
fueling it.
you have to get to the point that you're appreciative of the efforts that have been expended on their part for your benefit so that you have something to watch on TV or on the movies right now. And we have something to talk about. Like, who wants
Yeah,
to talk about animal husbandry at this point?
I do. I actually wouldn't mind talking about animal husbandry. It would lower my cortisol
Yeah,
greatly.
yeah. And
You
then
know, or
human husbandry, now that might kick it back up. We don't know. Yeah, the
well,
main
somebody's
process.
already trying to do that, but they're not taking care of us very well. We're diseased, we're stupid, we kill each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, we're massively insecure and kill anything that we don't understand.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, oh,
yeah. It's like Eric Burden in War. What is word good for? Absolutely everything, not absolutely nothing. All right. So so buckle up, join the club, right? I
how
think
do
every,
people get off? I mean, we say stop the show, stop watching all that. I mean, it's kind of enigmatic. I mean, is there something we can give people like here, look at your finger, and when you start seeing a glowy outline, that's your energy body, and you can start playing with your energy field because it's actually a thing. Can we give somebody like an exercise? Go like,
there is
how
an
can you help?
exercise. There's an exercise. You sit down sit very straight, and this finger is about 6 inches in front of your nose,
Yeah.
right? And the other one is about a foot away, all right? And your vision will cause those to superimpose. Now, that's your focal point, see, where they line up, and then just hold that pose and hold that focus for as long as you can. You will at some point disappear. Okay. Now, or you can do drugs, whichever one works best for you.
What about if you smoke a little pot and then do that? That what happens?
I that I don't know where you would go in the universe, and I don't know how long it would take you to get back. Not necessarily that you would want to get back to current state of affairs in the world. That's why everybody tries to escape.
Well, yeah.
It's why
Escape
we
from New York and escape from LA. It's escape from my reality. Oh, wait, you created it. Oh, how do I get away from myself? I don't know. Wherever you go, there you
okay.
are.
Okay, so we have a cortisol event happen in the world this week.
Yeah, we did.
And what do we have? We have a dopamine event tonight, the NBA Finals. See?
Oh.
So you have to give people both of them. Otherwise, eventually they just throw their hands up and walk away. And then you can't engage them anymore. You lost your audience, right? You probably had a Budweiser. I mean, I don't know. That's an
Yeah.
obscure, that's a two-level obscure reference.
Clydesdale horses are all I'm seeing in my head now.
And by the way, I think we should get a beer sponsor. I think one of the beer companies should sponsor us.
Maybe it
And
should be Coors. It should be the one that like sends people nightmares. I mean, messages in their dreams when they wake up wanting Coors beer. Sign.
really, that's a, that might be some elite programming. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah. Like you lay down at night and wake up and go, curse, right?
Hey, man, there was an article in Scientific American from 2015 that these big giant corporations have figured out how to worm their way into dream time and send messages.
No, no, no. I have a client I've been working with for 3.5 years, and the voices and information in her head and everything. And we've worked our way through it. I've sent her lists of all the patents involved and people involved and all that. And people say, well, it doesn't exist. They're wrong. I mean,
Of
I could
course it exists.
put her on an
I
interview and
found
it would shock you, right?
I could throw up and share I could throw up. Let's put the period there.
Yeah.
But after I throw up, I could share my screen with
Yeah.
the V2K patent that was approved in the 1990s, and it explains exactly how it works. And then there's another thing that I found on Google, which gives you the outline on how to recognize a victim of V2K.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, this is all very real, which is why, I make jokes. And sometimes when I make jokes, that's when I hit the nail on the head, which is a little frightening. Um, but, when I say things off the cuff, like, oh, sentient AI is in charge, ha ha ha, like, it's not so funny. And when I say things like, I think, because I also watched a show about this Dr. Clemens in Canada, who had the CIA fund the running of a hospital where you
Oh
go,
yeah, 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 yeah,
let's
yeah,
make you feel better.
yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah,
give you some acid and let's give you some electroshock and let's give you all kinds of stuff to see if we can make you a zombie.
yeah, yeah.
You know, this is what the television does. This is what we're trying to tell you. The frequency that comes out of the television.
It's not just television. I mean,
It's everything.
I talked to
5G, like all of it. The electronics, the techno. We're the technology. I'm the technology. What makes this animated is the technology that they keep trying to hack and reproduce. And they keep leading us further and further away from the fact that we're the thing, aren't we?
you can't.
Am I off?
Yeah, we can only choose from the menu.
I don't like the restaurant.
It's just like watching the, what do you call it, the guide on the TV. You can only watch what's on. And when it becomes boring, then we have to present another episode. And so that was last week's episode. We'll have a new one this week. Not very energetic. 2 weeks from now.
It's
Oh,
time.
you got a blue ribbon?
Pabst. Who remembers that? Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Anyway, the World Domination Games is the way forward. If any quote unquote world leaders want to compete, they're welcome to call me. We'll see what we can work out
You keep offering
for a
people
venue and time. You know,
help.
got to have it in prime time. You know.
They don't know to call you. Why don't they know to call you? Why can't the phone hasn't been ringing with any new clients, has it yet? Big T
Well,
hasn't called. The replicant hasn't called. I mean, Elon hasn't called.
yeah. I mean, the bromance thing never went anywhere, even though I'm an expert in that. Bromance intervention, I should say.
Bromance intervention. Attention span man.
Yeah. Anyway, I think people should try the little exercise, 6 inches and about 16, 18 inches, and lock their forefingers together and then go travel in the universe. Otherwise, you're stuck watching a TV movie we've seen 1,000 times. How many
Exactly.
times can you watch a bomb drop? Okay. Boring. Okay. They don't even have any like wardrobe, there's no makeup, the
George
background.
Clooney bomb is about to come.
Yeah, yeah.
You
There's
put a
no
little face, put George
no
Clooney's face
smiley
on the front of
faces.
it.
Yeah. I mean, can't we make war entertaining? That's my point, right? Why does it always have to be doom and gloom? Like that wears out so fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, love is the answer. There you go. So, so that ought to keep people entertained this week.
You think?
Yep. More next week.
Maybe next week we can talk about my orbs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's definitely something that people are interested in.
My husband keeps saying he's interested, but he's never showing up. Like he's in Los Angeles, so I can't help you if you don't show up.
There you go.
All right, well, keep showing up, guys. We'll see you next week, and I'm sure we'll have more things to
Oh,
say.
yeah. Yeah. Just remember, tomorrow is a new movie. So every Monday.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's right.
grab
Today,
your popcorn, everybody, and have a good time.
Orville Redenbacher says thanks.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.